But it is Capture the Flag Day, as Bobby's been calling it. Cooper Flagg Day. He will 99.999% be drafted tonight by the Dallas Mavericks.
It's 100%. He's getting drafted here.
Look, I'm leaving it. Never know anymore with this guy, with Nico.
That's true. That's true. But
just leaving it open.
Don't even induce that panic. Don't even speak it into the universe.
I'm not gonna.
Because remember,
pull a Denver Nugget.
You did speak it into the universe that the Mavericks were going to get the number one pick. Remember, you did that all the way back in like February.
Yes, I did.
I would be very careful with your powers.
That's fair. Joining us now is the head basketball coach and athletic coordinator at North Crowley. It is Tommy Brackle. Now, Tommy coached against Cooper Flagg in the McDonald's All-American game back in 2024. Good morning, Tommy. Thanks for popping on with us.
Hey, good morning, fellas. How we doing?
Doing well. So you coached against him. Do I assume that you coached in practices with him as well, like all part of this game?
Oh yeah, we really did everything together while we were down there. And then we had individual team practices as well. But it was just the whole group went and did everything together.
What can you get from a player like in a practice in these types of environments? Because it is like an all-star game, and like what are you able to get from a player's practice habits from that?
Well, in all honesty, I was going down there expecting it to be an all-star game and, almost the mindset of, what are these All-Americans going to want to hear from, this public school, high school coach from Fort Worth, Texas. And it was just the polar opposite of that. They were so engaged with everything that we were saying. I really looked at it as those guys were down there with a business plan. They weren't down there for an all-star game. They were down there to raise their stock in the NBA draft. There were always NBA scouts and everything that we were doing. So, it was great. The young men were coachable. They gave just phenomenal effort. And as far as what we could gain from it, somebody like Cooper, he just walks in the gym and just demands attention with everything that he does.
We're joined now by Tommy Brackle from North Crowley High School. Okay, so Tommy, you mentioned that you were down there. You got the opportunity to work around Cooper Flagg. So I asked this yesterday to Pat Doney, who had gone up and done a piece recently in Maine. But he had talked about how just the competitiveness that Cooper Flagg shows, that it was just a different kind of energy. It was a different kind of level. Did that impress you at all, or did you get that sense from him at all that during those practices that, man, this is a hyper-competitive, really dialed-in, like mature player for his age?
For his age, the maturity really stood out. And competitive, yes. But, when you're dealing with high school age kids, a lot of times that competitiveness can come out in a lot of different ways and kind of manifest itself in a lot of different ways. His was a very controlled competitiveness. He was giving effort, but he was always doing it within the confines of what you were trying to do and just making the right basketball play. But, yes, super, super competitive.
And when we hear about the development and the different things like that and talking about the kind of skill set, what was it that stood out to you when you saw him on the court and just said, man, those skills, that's a guy who's really advanced for his age in the way that he plays the game?
Every piece of it. It was just ridiculous at how NBA ready he was even at that time. This McDonald's All-American class was an incredible class. You're looking at probably the top 6 guys picked tonight are all going to be one and dones, and we're all in that game. 8 of the top 10. It was just such a talented group. And he just completely stood out. If we are talking specifically, great length, great anticipation, great basketball IQ. There was just no holes in his game. Everything was a plus.
What would your expectations for him year one be then in the NBA?
He's going to come in year one, and he is going to make a huge difference. I was asked the other day about, do you feel like that he'll fit in good with the Mavericks roster? He would fit in great with any roster. When you talk about a player that can come in and just make the right basketball plays, what did he average, 19.5 or something a game at Duke? 7.5 rebounds, but 4.5 assists? The numbers speak for themselves playing at the highest level. Now, just like going from being a McDonald's All-American to, the number one recruit going to Duke, everybody's going to say, does it translate? Does it translate? There's no part of his game that anybody would think didn't translate.
Is there a part of his game, like his body, his defense, Is there a part of his game that's more NBA ready than the others?
I mean, I feel like it was just his basketball IQ and his basketball, what, as coaches, we a lot of times talk about feel. I mean, just an incredible feel for the game and just making the right play with everything he does. That was the part to me that was so impressive. I mean, he was the number one, player in the nation at that time. And, he probably could have went down and even in a field as talented as that McDonald's All-American field, scored on almost every, possession. But he didn't. He just made the right play. He made his teammates around him better. He made the right play when it needed to be made, by him. He was just the impression that he made. I mean, and that's just the basketball side of it. I mean, his first impression was more of just the kind of person he was and the kind of young man that he was.
All right, you also got a chance to coach. I know Dylan Harper, Ace Bailey, they're supposed to go early in this one, and then they were on your West squad. What stood out to you about those two and how they impressed you, the two Rutgers guys?
I mean, Dylan Harper, just the last name alone, the pedigree of being Ron Harper's son. He's on our team. He seemed to be the most NBA ready. I mean, you're talking, 6'5", left-handed guard that just the maturity level, the leadership level. Man, the Spurs they're gonna be tough. If they go with that pick. Ace Bailey was just a phenomenal athlete. And then, he was the number one in that class before Cooper reclassified up. So, he was just a phenomenal athlete. And then Trey Johnson. I mean, Trey Johnson from right here in the Metroplex. Let's not forget the Dallas-Fort Worth area has, like usual, they have just a huge thumbprint on this NBA draft early. Trey Johnson from Lake Highlands and the University of Texas. Just a great kid, great player. You go down the list and you've got Liam McNeely is from the Frisco area. So, I mean, there's two Texas kids, and then you got VJ Edgecombe, which I know he was from the Bahamas, but playing at Baylor. Texas basketball is incredible right now.
All right, so that's Texas basketball. Before we let you out of here, Coach, we said you're head basketball coach, but you're also the athletic coordinator at North Crowley for all 27 years. So, of course, that would also mean that you've got some experience with the football program a little bit. And we have a North Crowley alum, very prominent here in the Metroplex for the Dallas Cowboys, Tyler Smith. Just how impressed have you been, and how proud are you and the rest of North Crowley in Tyler Smith and the career that he's had to start here in Dallas?
Oh, we were just so impressed. I mean, but he was impressive here as a young man. We've had so many kids come through here that have been able to go on and play professionally. But, I mean, Tyler has, he's come back. He's talked to our kids. I mean, he's just such an impressive young man, and we were all so extremely proud of him.
Hey, Coach, we really appreciate you popping on with us this morning, man. This was great.
I appreciate you having me.
All right, there's Tommy Brackle, head coach of North Crowley basketball and the athletic coordinator here on 105.
Yeah, the legendary Tommy Brackle.
Legendary.
Yeah,
you're there for almost 30 years.
We got to put legendary in front of it. Whenever you've been there, you're basically the Tom Landry of a school's athletics department. You got to get the legendary in front of that.